there's nothing quite like finding a product that is both inexpensive and well designed. And I gotta say, I'm pretty excited about this new seedling tray that I found. And yes, I admit it is pretty silly to be excited about a plastic gardening tray. Like, who cares, right? Well, I am a gardener after all. It seems to me that generally gardeners are pretty easy to please. I'm no different. And so I should clarify first, though, when I say seedling tray, that could mean a number of different things. It's a pretty generic term. In this case, I'm talking about the tray that holds water underneath your seedlings that you have growing in seed starter cell trays. So whatever it is that you're using, could be a 9-cell tray like this, or the awesome 6-cell Epic Gardening tray. I love those. I could do a whole other video about those themselves. Or you could have a big 72-cell flat that just sits in this tray, and then you put the water in here, and the seedlings can soak up the water from underneath. And so you can find these things literally everywhere. They're ubiquitous. They're very inexpensive, about $1 a piece for this version. These newer ones they were on sale for less than $1.50. So they're very cheap. There's so many different companies that make these. I'm not talking about any specific brands here because the reality is, at least in the US, many of the different brands that you might be familiar with, like Jiffy, Mackenzie, Fairy Morse, they're all owned by the same parent company. So these things are pretty interchangeable. But when I went to get some new ones recently at the store and I found this new design, I could tell right away that this was going to be better than this version. And it gave me the opportunity to point out some of the things that you should definitely look for when you're shopping for any seed starting equipment, if you want to call it that, regardless of whatever brand you're using, because there are definitely some benefits to having a well-made seed starter tray. So first, let's talk about the older version of these trays. This is what we've been using for over a decade now. This is what the design has looked like. This is just what they've carried locally for us, so it's what we've used. And again, they're very inexpensive. They're recyclable, so that's great. But the biggest issue with this design, and maybe also with the manufacturing, is that the plastic is not a consistent thickness throughout. For the most part, it does feel pretty durable. It's thin, which, you know, that's how it's so inexpensive to make, but in some areas you wind up with the plastic being much thinner, and I'll show you a close-up of what I'm talking about here. Mostly on the corners, you can tell that the plastic is noticeably thinner, and that's where holes can easily develop, or with the plastic being kind of brittle, it can crack there. And so maybe that's not a problem. If you're growing in a greenhouse, it doesn't matter if they have holes in them. In fact, there are styles of these types of trays that come with holes in them because they're meant to be used in a greenhouse where any excess water can just slowly drip out the bottom. But these particular ones are better for using indoors, which is where we start all of our seedlings. And we can't have water just dripping all over the floor in the basement. So these need to be watertight. And so then if they get holes in them, we can't really use them for their intended purpose anymore. So the other thing is more minor, but you can see that all of the water channels on the bottom are all running in parallel, and they are not connected to each other at all. So that means when you water, the water can wind up just kind of going in a few of the channels, and you have to just keep adding more water to get it to overflow to the whole tray if you want it to spread out, or you need to sit there and tip the tray around to try to get the water spread out evenly to all of your seedlings. So it's a bit more of a hassle to do that. So the improvements on the new one, first we'll talk about the plastic itself. You can tell already just by the feel of these and look at them that the manufacturing is much better on this. The plastic is a consistent thickness throughout. and it's a little bit more flexible. It feels more durable. It has a glossy coating on it, and so that might be a bit more of a crack resistant kind of protection to it, but it's generally just a better quality of plastic. Also still recyclable, that's great. And again, these are also still not much more than these trays. The other thing that they did is change the structure of the corner. In the most rudimentary way possible, they changed the geometry of that to just chop it off and get rid of that corner that could easily get dented. That was definitely a weak spot on these old ones, and that's where a lot of the holes came from. So that is a much better structure to that. And then probably my favorite thing on this, I admit that's weird to have a favorite feature on a plastic gardening tray, but here we are. Welcome to gardening. My favorite feature from a design perspective is the crisscrossed connected water channels on the bottom that allow the water to go wherever it needs to go. So this is going to give you a much more consistent watering for all of your seedlings that you have growing in there. You won't have spots where it'll just get stuck. Say you have some seedlings on one side that have already become pretty saturated, they don't need any more, but there's some others that do need a little more water. It will just be naturally pulled wherever it needs to go. So that's just kind of a no-brainer, if you ask me. It's just a much better design than having all of the channels running parallel and disconnected from each other. And you may see, if you're looking around at other kinds, you may see some that look a lot like this, but they will actually have little breaks in between there, and that can allow the water to still flow from one channel to the next. So that's definitely something that you want to look for. Again, it seems like such a minor thing, but anything to help your plants get consistent watering is going to reduce the chances that they're going to get stressed during their early growth phases. And so that is absolutely a plus. Anything you can do to give them a nice, happy life before they come out to the garden, that's great. So those are the three biggest things that I see comparing these two. So really, it seems like such a silly thing to really sit there and look at the tray that you're going to be using. You know, these things feel like they're such a throwaway item and they're so inexpensive, but there really is some thought that went into this kind of a design that is just going to be much more durable, longer lasting. It'll definitely last. I can see that it's going to last more than a few seasons, and that's definitely a bonus. So I hope those tips are helpful to you as you are starting to shop around for some seed starting gear. If so, please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video soon.